This single line, drawn in just 5 weeks, changed the lives of 88 million people. But what if I told you the man who drew it had never even been there? What if the real reason borders move isn't about geography at all? Borders usually shift because of wars, treaties, or the slow, grinding fall of empires. They are the scars of history, etched over centuries. But in 1947, the British Empire tried to do the impossible: redraw an entire subcontinent, virtually overnight. After ruling for nearly a century, Britain was leaving India. The plan brokered by the last viceroy, Lord Mountbatten, was to partition the territory into 2 independent nations, India and Pakistan. But how do you divide a land that has been intertwined for millennia? The answer was rushed, chaotic, and would have devastating consequences for millions. Enter Sir Cyril Radcliffe. He was a British lawyer, known for his sharp mind and complete neutrality. Why was he so neutral? Because he had never set foot in India before. He knew nothing of its culture, its people, or its geography. And this was seen as his greatest strength. His task was monumental: divide 175,000 square miles of territory and 88 million people between 2 brand new countries. And he had to do it in just 36 days. Armed with little more than outdated maps and old census data, Radcliffe and his commission got to work. They drew lines across provinces like Punjab and Bengal, splitting communities that had lived together for generations. Villages were cut off from their farmlands, homes were separated from their wells, and major infrastructure like railways and irrigation canals were sliced right down the middle. The human cost of this paper exercise was staggering. When the new borders were finally announced, an estimated 14 million people were displaced, sparking one of the largest and most violent mass migrations in human history. Up to 1 million people lost their lives in the ensuing chaos. The final map was a product of intense and often bitter negotiation. Leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, representing the future nations of India and Pakistan, had their own competing visions for the future. Lord Mountbatten, eager to complete Britain's exit, pushed for speed above all else. The borders were finalized and signed off on, but they were kept secret until 2 days after independence was declared. When the lines were revealed, no one was truly happy. The new border didn't just create nations. It created one of the most heavily militarized and contested frontiers in the world. A single line drawn in a hurry has led to decades of conflict, wars, and a deep-seated mistrust that lingers to this day. So, why does this story from 1947 still matter? Because borders continue to be drawn and redrawn. From the annexation of Crimea to the division of Sudan, the lines on our maps are constantly in flux. They are powerful symbols, but they are not natural or permanent. This story teaches us that the real reason borders move isn't about rivers or mountains. It's about politics, power, fear, and human choices made by people, often thousands of miles away, who will never have to live with the consequences. Borders are not drawn by nature. They are drawn by us. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story insightful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the lines that shape our world. We'll see you in the next one.